Twin flame blocking is extremely common.
Why on earth do they do it when they love you so much, and why is it no big deal? What can you do about it to both prevent and cure it? And what is the mechanic to permanently heal the root upset causing it and definitively fix the communication issue so you only ever experience joyful connection for eternity?
Right, the first thing I want to talk about when it comes to twin flame blocking is that some twin flame talkers will tell you that if they block you, they're not your twin flame, go find someone else. And I would like to call that out right now as absolute twaddle. Your true twin flame is perfectly capable of blocking and unblocking you 100 million times if they're mirroring something to you.
So why would you block someone that you love so much?
Seeing them as your source, as the source of your happiness, is a big no-no, because as soon as you do that, they'll let you know by getting the fuck away from you.
If you're trying to get something from your twin flame, like love or validation, reassurance, remember, everything that you feel like you need from them, they will mirror the opposite. So be validated just by the divine makes you unbelievably powerful. People probably won't even know how free you are unless they're jealous, because you'll be someone that needs nothing externally. Even when together, your twin flame will never be the source of your good. They won't be the person you go to get love. You get that from within, and then it's reflected to you.
Your twin flame will absolutely not let you be codependent with them. He needs to come to the surface and get rooted out.
So what is the dynamic and why is it no big deal?
Really, all you need to do to clear the block so you get unblocked is effectively communication blocks, but ultimately the root of it all is clearing separation consciousness.
That is the root of all our problems, and so of course you want to clear the communication blocks from the twin flame, but you may have several steps you have to take in order to get to the place in consciousness where you can clear the communication blocks. So it's more appropriate to ask the divine, what's my next step, rather than how do I clear the communication blocks, and the answers will come to you.
So do not be afraid to take the steps laid out in front of you on your twin flame journey. Your union is as indestructible as it is sacred, and you can treat it like a temple where you go and worship, and that's the appropriate way to see it. Your twin flame does love you every bit as much as you love them, even if they have cut off communication or if they're indicated to you that they're not really in the market for a relationship. It's always untrue. It's always illusion. There's really no need to shop around for something else to settle for. Any obstacle, any challenge, any block can be healed through using the mirror exercise. The mechanic to permanently heal the separation.
Right, all the points here seem to be merging together into one long one, because the way to get unblocked is by adopting the holistic approach. The way to cure blocking is to approach it from all angles, see the whole picture, and work through what's presented to you in the moment. The reason why a twin flame may block is because they get triggered, or maybe they're overwhelmed by the intensity of it, they're scared of their own feelings. Yeah, so if there is a little bit too much intensity in your union, I will be putting a end screen at the end of this video, which will help you release some of that intensity and come more into peace as well as passion. The reason blocking happens can be because of perhaps one core block, but then there's many branches and tendrils that come off that one block, so you can approach it from many different directions. Just take the steps that you've shown, and as you progress you'll be able to refine it and hone your practice more and more and more and more, and you'll be able to really get it down to just one or two core things that you can really get stuck into and chip away at them piece by piece with the mirror exercise. The truth is, everyone, when they come into union, they realise that It was only a very small handful of core blocks that was keeping the union away, and you'll know what they are because they're ones that have been around since the very beginning. Maybe it's a belief in being unworthy of love, maybe it's a shared upset that you and your twin flame have, because all these upsets are going to be shared upsets that perhaps one believes that they can only fantasize about this great love being reciprocated. Whatever it is, if it feels bad, it's all illusion, it's all untrue. These are the areas where you want to be going. These are the places you want to go, and love yourself in those places.
So clear the communication block.
You will get to the point when you come really, really close to union coming in. You'll be clearing a block after block, and you'll be wondering, is this the block that leads to union? Is this the block that leads to union? And then if there's still another one that comes up after that, that's okay. Work through that one too. Simply put, it's identify the upset, feel your feelings, love yourself there. Identify the upset, feel your feelings, love yourself there. This brings you union. Every upset cleared is another step closer to union. It often feels like you've got to the core and then you get to another layer, another phrase to describe what the block is, and that's okay. The divine will never tell you how many blocks you've got before everything's finally cleared. You ask the divine, is this my last block? The divine will always say yes, because you don't want to be discouraged. But there's no need to be discouraged, because if you keep going, you will get there. And please don't be looking to the external for signs of change after you've cleared a block or done a little bit of healing. See if your twin flame's going to show you anything, because if you do, you're setting yourself up for disappointment. Once a block is healed, it's cleared on the inside immediately. It's happened energetically, but it might not show on the outside. There might be a time lag, unless that particular channel has been already cleared. So just keep going. The outside is not where you look to gauge your progress. It has to happen on the inside first. Where it happens on the inside, then it causes it to happen on the outside. You will have your union if you continue. I know how frustrating it can be, because as you continue on this journey, every other area of your life is getting transformed, everything's changing for the better. But the one thing that you really want to change doesn't seem to be changing. And it's okay if it doesn't look like anything's changing there for a long time. This is why you need stupendous amounts of faith in your journey, stupendous amounts. Because it can look like nothing's changing for a long time. And so large parts of this journey are done entirely on faith.
You'll just experience union forever.
It's okay if it takes a while. It's going to be different for every union, because every union has different blocks.
Try not to get too caught up in how long it's taking, because time is an illusion anyway, and it's a drop in the ocean of the eternity you'll be spending together in love. So try not to go down the rabbit hole of overthinking things, because the way to have your union is to be with your feelings. Being with your feelings is being with the divine, and you'll be able to go deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper, and find subtler and subtler nuances of feeling. As you do, the core of your union continues to develop, even if it looks like you're doing different things. It can take a while to get unblocked when adopting this approach, but you don't want to be getting unblocked and reblocked over and over and over again. That's not my cup of tea. You want the communication to open up permanently, and this is the way to do it. And as you raise your vibration higher and higher and higher, and ascend into the frequency of harmonious union, you'll get to the point where you won't be able to not be with them. And you can expand your union even more from there, so it gets deeper and deeper and richer. And you'll discover so many countless treasures together that you never even imagined. It's going to be wonderful. It's going to be amazing. A lovely surprise.
So there you have it. The same methods that get you unblocked are the same methods that manifest union. Come into a state of peace. Work through all the upsets. Release some of that intensity. Ride the roller coaster. Don't try to run it. And if you would like to know a little bit more about dealing with intensity in your twin flame union, watch this video here. Bye.